Giancarlo, I appreciate your time here and substituting in for Jeff here today. What's it like being a former student athlete here and now coaching at your alma mater?
It's fantastic. It's just the best experience I could ever ask for. When I came here as a freshman 9 years ago, there were no tennis courts at Liberty. They had just torn down to build parking lots. And now to see that we have one of the best facilities in the country is just incredible to be a part of it.
Give me an idea of the conversation you had with the staff about staying here and continuing to develop this tennis program, and other thoughts of what you wanted to do and now finally, kind of putting some roots down here in Lynchburg.
During my college career, I felt like I gave a lot to the program, but we still wasn't able to accomplish all the goals that I set out for. Right. So when I graduated, I just wanted to stay here and keep giving back until we make it to the top 25 in the country. So hopefully I'll be here for a long time and then be able to achieve those goals in the next few years.
We hope you are as well. All right, this team obviously is on the map now. The target is right there. And whatever, Winthrop #1, but there's a target on this Liberty program, and I think that's a good thing. So when you see preseason #2, we saw how last year ended here in Lynchburg against Winthrop. How motivated did that make the staff and the girls to – you know what, we're going to dethrone the Eagles come this spring?
Previously we never had a blueprint on how to win the Big South. And last year was a great opportunity for us to develop that. We were literally 2 points away from winning it for the first time. So now the girls actually have a goal in mind and they can actually visualize what it looks like. Before, we had no idea what that would look like. And now, because we've been in that situation, I think if we get to that position again, we'll be in better shape.
Jeff Marin told me a story when we recapped with him after the spring that in this building, in the locker room, after the setback to Winthrop, the team was already talking about 2017. And I think as a coach, when you don't have to motivate the kids to wake up and to put the work in, again, coaching's always challenging, but that takes another level off of what you don't have to do. How motivated is this team day in and day out?
Oh, very motivated. Sometimes they even surprise us. We have a picture of them holding the runner-up trophy in the locker room as a reminder of what that feeling was like. Yeah. And we did not want to repeat that feeling this year. Mm-hmm. So we promised the girls we would have a bonfire and burn that picture once we win Big South this year.
Wow, I tell you what, I've got goosebumps already just talking about this team and the prospects for it coming up. All right, you look back here. We got the pictures of the men's team and the women's team, and a lot of the same players are back for this year. So top to bottom, how strong can this team be this spring?
We're a lot deeper than we were last year.
Okay.
Even though we had 11 players last year, and this year we only have 8, right. I feel like we're better prepared. The players are better prepared to handle any situation that we might throw them in. And that just adds to the value and the power of the team.
You talk about the power of this team, and as we have this interview here, you're out there working with them, Jeff's out there working with them, and how powerful, when you look at this team, how do you judge that? Is it just how they're hitting it back at you? Is it the way the ball's spinning? Take me into that.
I think it's actually between the shots and between the points and in those moments where there's a little bit of downtime. It's what they're doing in those times that tell us that they're getting ready for a big season. We have a great schedule coming up, and they know that if they're not at the top of the level, then we're not going to have a chance. But I think they're doing everything they can and even more in order to be ready for it.
Jeff has always talked to me about the mental side of tennis. How important is that, and what have you picked up from him on why important that mental part of tennis is?
Coming from a men's team, there's not that much that goes into it. But now, working with Coach Marin with the women for 5 years, I feel like he's just a master at it. He comes up with some great ideas that I was like, oh my goodness, I never thought about it. And the girls really buy into it, and we always come up with some phrases and words that stick to the rest of the team and for the rest of the season. So the girls are buying in, they're preparing as well as they can, and we're ready to go.
And you open up the season against Longwood, which is a Big South opener, which is in some ways unique because it's not a non-conference game. And I'm going to present this question as far as the workouts leading up to February 1st. How have those gone?
They're going to go just as well as they can go because they the girls already worked hard during the break.
Right.
They don't have to start from ground zero.
Yeah.
So we can just hit the ground running. They're lifting weights. They're doing their workouts in the new indoor track. They're loving all the facilities that we have and all the support staff that we have.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird that we're playing a conference match right away, but they'll be ready for it.
All right, Giancarlo, appreciate the time and best luck this spring.
Thank you.
That's assistant women's tennis coach Giancarlo Lemmi.